How's everything with you? Good to see you.
Everything's good with me.
Everything's good?
Yeah.
Oprah may have laughed off rumors before, but this isn't just some internet conspiracy. There's an ongoing FBI investigation, and the fact that she felt the need to vanish right now, that's hard to ignore.
Do you attend any of P. Diddy's parties? Were you involved in any of the freak-out?
Oprah, happy birthday.
It's not easy for me, for Jay, for Oprah. I don't want nobody to get it twisted.
I can't wait to see y'all.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see y'all. And I just want to say I'm proud of y'all, especially the girls. I mean, all of y'all, but just for being strong.
Some claim that when Homeland Security raided Diddy's properties, they weren't just looking for a paper trail. They were wiping out digital evidence. Could Oprah be involved in that tangled web too?
They are saying that Oprah Winfrey and Diddy, they go way back. They are very close friends, and they are even saying that she has something to do with the Diddy parties.
As details from the Diddy situation continue to surface, new famous names keep getting attached to the music artist and his infamous parties. The latest on the list is Oprah, and the true nature of their relationship might be different from what we thought we knew. A 2006 interview between the rapper and TV host has recently resurfaced amid Diddy's recent controversy. Since the rapper's activities were discovered, every comment and interview the man has ever done has suddenly taken on a very different vibe. Once innocent remarks now sound much more sinister. In this particular interview, what used to be a cheeky exchange between the music artist and Oprah now has people doing a double take and looking deeper than the surface. Oprah had inquired about the meaning behind Diddy's stage name, Diddy. His real name was actually, Sean Combs. The rapper was reluctant to share the story behind the name, saying, "It's a nickname somebody gave me. I've never told anyone that. I know you get people to tell you everything, Oprah." And that exchange doesn't seem so bad, but it's the next line that is making people uncomfortable. He finished his statement with, "But I can't look you in the eye and explain that one." What does that mean? It definitely sounds suspicious, and people are side-eyeing that moment. At the time, it could be assumed that maybe the story came from a childhood hijinks, maybe an embarrassing story, but after everything that has surfaced about the star's activities behind closed doors, people's minds wandered to a much darker place. Diddy claimed in that 2006 interview that he would answer every other question, just not that one. At the time, the question was, what could have been so bad to warrant that kind of response? But today, we might not have to wonder about that so hard. People originally believed Diddy's name change from Puff Daddy to P. Diddy might have had something to do with a 1999 altercation in a Manhattan club involving J-Lo.
Comments about P. Diddy, the allegations?
Go back and look, don't lean. Jennifer, don't lean. Nice, your sign.
For Diddy and J-Lo, the century went out dramatically. While partying the night away on December 27th, things quickly took a violent turn. What was once a fun night on the town soured when J-Lo, Diddy, his bodyguard, and another music artist, Shine, got into a disagreement with other club patrons that eventually ended in a fight. There were weapons involved in the disagreement, and people were injured by projectiles.
Whenever celebrities or someone notable is making their way through the club, you know how it is. Now, was he aiming at me? Was I the object of his fear? Absolutely not. I should not have been, because I didn't do anything to him.
After Diddy and J-Lo had fled the scene, they engaged in a car chase with police before being apprehended and taken into custody. While J-Lo was released and cleared of all charges after 14 hours, Diddy wasn't so lucky. He was sent to trial and eventually was also cleared of all charges. The only person not cleared was Shine. He did serve jail time. Now, years down the road, and Diddy is back in hot water and once again facing jail time after being faced with over 24 lawsuits accusing the rapper of being violent and acting in an inappropriate manner towards his victims. After a raid of the rapper's home, he was discovered to have owned over 1,000 bottles of what was rumored to have been baby oil. The potential jail time this time around for Diddy is potentially 15 years to life. A.D. Carson is a professor of hip-hop in the Global South currently teaching at the University of Virginia, and he used his expertise to comment on the Diddy situation and how his rise to fame worked. He even referenced something called the Diddy phenomenon. Diddy's parties, stories from them, about them, they're everywhere. But none of his parties are as famous as the one he hosted every Labor Day. It was called the White Party because everyone had to wear white, because, well, it's Labor Day. In a 2006 interview with Oprah, Diddy actually let the TV host in on why the party existed in the first place, saying, "I wanted to strip away everyone's image and put us all in the same color and on the same level." Considering this party was attended by everyone from Paris Hilton to Beyonce to Leonardo DiCaprio, it makes sense why he would want to get everyone on the same page. Professor Carson's comments on Diddy pair well with the sentiment the music artist shared with Oprah that year. In Carson's words, rappers kind of operate with symbolic value to people. That's the Diddy phenomenon. Carson went even further and claimed that because Diddy eventually grew into a person that had a huge influence over black culture, it made him someone that other black celebrities wanted to be around. Diddy and Oprah were pictured partying together at the Met Gala after party in 2010. Other famous faces featured from those photos included Pharrell and Usher. Usher and Diddy have a, now, troubling history. Usher was signed to Diddy's record label and sent to live with the rapper when he was quite young. In 2004, Usher recounted to Rolling Stone that his time spent at Diddy's New York home was interesting and introduced him to a whole new world. A world that Diddy is currently being accused of forcing on people now. So, yeah, years down the line, Usher's comments from this interview are seeming pretty horrific. Since that interview, the star has stayed way quieter about his time spent in Diddy's home. This isn't the first time, though, that Oprah has found her name tied to some questionable characters. She was famously close to that guy who shares a name with a burger place and whose last name rhymes with Leinstein. She was publicly called out by Seal for her relationship to this person. The man posted a picture to his Instagram, the top image showing Oprah kissing this person on the cheek with the text, "When you have been part of the problem for decades," and then the bottom image showing the person engaging in conversation with Oprah and another woman, this one with the text, "But suddenly they all think you are the solution." Seal added his own caption to this photo, calling out an individual for hearing the rumors but not doing anything about it, and implying that the person was pretending that they didn't know what was happening. While Seal didn't explicitly name names, there were faces in those pictures, particularly Oprah's, so everyone assumed he was taking a dig at the talk show host. Seal insisted this wasn't the case, it just happened to be Oprah that was the one pictured with the man. It was more about him than her, and the text was meant more as a generalization of the entertainment industry than a direct attack. She also has her own related and themed scandals attached to her name, like that of the school Oprah opened in South Africa, the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls. What was originally designed and opened as a place to uplift the girls was quickly defiled by a scandal. The dorm matron was accused by multiple students of acting inappropriately towards them. They were arrested and faced 14 charges at the time. The matron was also accused of physically conflicting with a dorm parent and injuring 3 while operating a golf cart. Adding more to the scandal, Oprah was later sued by the school's headmistress for over $250,000. The headmistress had sued for defamation, and it was a direct result of the situation with the dorm matron. While that horrible situation was happening, Winfrey had publicly commented that she was essentially doing a complete overhaul of the school and that she had lost confidence in the headmistress. The headmistress claimed that these comments made it much harder for her to find work. The details of the situation are messy. Court papers from the case read that Winfrey had planned to hire nurses to act as the dorm matrons. However, the headmistress went a different route and, per an article from CBS News, hired 8 young women from a local company called Party Design. Winfrey's lawyers at the time wrote about this decision, saying these young women were later found to be totally unqualified to handle the position, something the headmistress had been warned about. The 2 women were expected to settle this in court, but instead came to an agreement privately shortly before the date. Though there are things that the TV host should be held accountable for, there have also been many false reports made about her in recent months. It was recently reported that longtime friend of Oprah's, Gayle King, had filed a lawsuit against the TV host, but there are actually no facts backing this. Another fabricated story that made its rounds was that Oprah was arrested last month after being accused of some stuff by Diddy, but that was also proven to be false. But what do you think about all this? Let us know. Bye!